One of the cherished parts of being an American is freedom of movement. When you walk around, and this obviously applies more to certain folks than others, but you usually don't have to stop at internal checkpoints or to show your papers to police. I've traveled in other countries where, say, your bus stops and heavily armed federal agents climb on board to check everyone's papers. It doesn't feel good. It feels like a quintessential fixture of a country that's not fully free. And it's happening more and more and more in Trump's America.
What's up, guys? Let me see your ID, please.
23-year-old Elzon Lemus, an electrician, was in his work van with a coworker when they were pulled over by ICE agents in Westbury.
Because you look like somebody local.
What's that for?
What are you looking for?
Lemus asks why they need his ID.
All right, this is going to go one of two ways here. Okay. I need to see your ID. If you're not the guy I'm looking for, you're not the guy I'm looking for.
Okay,
right? But we need your ID.
Nah.
Okay, if you don't get your ID, then we're gonna, have to figure out another way to ID you, and it may not work out well for you.
Nah.
Listen, I'm not rolling up. Keep it down. I keep it down close to safety.
What are you doing?
The agent forces the door open and demands Lemus stops recording. Lemus was born and raised in New York and was stunned.
I felt like my rights were just like out the window.
So those agents pulled that 23-year-old from the van. They handcuffed him, later released him after confirming, whoopsies, he's an American. No apologies. And he's not alone. Brian Gavidia, who was born and raised in Los Angeles, was working on a car in a tow yard last week. When he stepped outside, he was thrown into a metal fence by federal agents who asked him where he was born.
You're twisting that I'm American, bro. Yo, these guys are literally based off of skin color. My homie was born here just because of the way he looks.
Again, you're working, you're outside, armed mass federal agents come up and say, show me your papers, push you up against the fence. He was not arrested, but he told the LA Times that those agents took his real ID and never returned it. That's the proof that he's an American. It was the worst experience I've ever felt, he said. I felt honestly like I was going to die. These are the cruel absurdities people are now facing every day. Like this car full of members of an Arizona-based Native American tribe who were followed for miles and then pulled over by Border Patrol last week.
Everybody in here U.S. citizen?
We're first ones. We're Native American. We're the first ones. Oh, perfect. Perfect, huh? What are you? What are you? Are you an American citizen? No, you're not. You're not a firstborn. You're not from this land. And neither are you.
This is the America that Donald Trump and Stephen Miller want, what they're trying to create. It's what we saw unfold at Dodger Stadium earlier today and at Home Depot in Hollywood, just as we saw it on the other side of L.A. over the weekend, at a flea market that was effectively shut down by ICE and Border Patrol agents armed with M16s, wearing masks, full military body armor. They look like they're going to go kill Osama bin Laden. Agents who went up to bystanders at a flea market and asked them, where are you from? Got to show your papers. Americans are being forced to accept mass paramilitary forces, stopping people anytime, anywhere, in any circumstance, demanding to know where people are from. The way Trump sold this on the campaign was by saying, we're going to go at these other people that you hate, right? There's this other group, and they're bad, and they're hurting our country, and I'm going to protect you, American citizens. We're seeing every day, there is no way to do this, what they want to do, mass deportation, that is not massively disruptive to the liberties of every American. In fact, it's an assault on the idea of America itself.